So it's Saturday again, and I'm excited for today's episode. Sound Paint is a project I came up with years and years and years ago, and I wanted to create a community of people who love music, understand music, don't understand music, don't play an instrument, everybody. I want everybody to feel involved and a part of this project. And that's why I love to teach it, to give you a little bit of perspective of what's happening and just what's going on. And if you already play music and you have some understanding of this, then I like to get excited with you and kind of play around, make stuff up, be like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'm going to go to my instrument and try that out myself. It's getting a little chilly out, and I'm personally not a cold weather type person. So when it gets cold out and I don't feel those like warm air, feel good vibes, that's what I'm calling it, just came to me. I like to do a little bit of extra self-care. As a musician, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So many people love to play music because it's technically a form of self-care. Just taking care of yourself and investing in yourself a bit. And I've been playing around with this idea of talking about music as a form of self-care because sound can be therapeutic. Now, I don't have my degree in sound therapy. I have my degree in music education. So I am not a music therapist, but I completely understand the therapeutic effect it can have on you. So I want to share that with you today. And I've been really thinking that I want to take what we do here and I want to incorporate a bit of self-care into what we already do. I don't know if you can see my oscilloscope blinking in the background. And I don't know, it's kind of remind me a little bit like that's like my fireplace, kind of warm, cozy feelings from my oscilloscope. All right, so diving in today, I am going to pick out a sound. I'm going to talk about the sound just a little bit. And then I'm going to invite you in to my creative process. And whether you understand music, say you're like, oh, I'm going to go try that out. I just said this. But think of it as a form of self-care. You are kind of edifying yourself musically and building yourself up. And it's just a very calming thing to do, really. If you don't play music, then I hope that you just enjoy what I'm playing. Maybe light a candle, turn the lights down low, close your eyes, and just soak it in. So here we go. All right, I'm going to choose my plugin. And I'm only going to choose one because, again, my CPU is behaving, but I want it to keep behaving. It's at 1%, so please stay that way for me. All right, I'm going to go with the plugin, the Prophet V3. Now, the Prophet is a synthesizer. It's a very famous, well-known synthesizer. I want to say it was made in the 70s. I'm sure my fact checker will put this up somewhere. So, you know this. I'm going to scroll up. Oh, what's going on up here, actually? I want to look at this. Ooh, analog delay. We're going to come back to that. That'll be fun. We have oscillator A, and we have oscillator B. If you don't remember, an oscillator, you could think of it like a cooking pot for throwing all your sounds together, and it's like the base of what you're creating. So we have in here, looks like we have a sawtooth wave and a square wave. And I believe the square wave is selected. And then in oscillator B, we have a sawtooth wave and a square wave. And combined, they're going to create a big sound, a big cool sound. But I want like a calming sound because this is a bit of self-care. So we'll see. We'll tweak it around. We'll play around with it. Has a lot of delay on it. I mean, honestly, I love that sound. Let's put the legato on. I don't know that I'm analyzing. I'm like hearing there's a lot of kind of a fuzziness in the tail end of that. So you hear that kind of echo, 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 echo. So that's the delay. So up here we have this analog delay, and I'm going to turn it up. So I want you to really be able to hear that. And I'm going to turn the feedback down and the time. So I want to slow it down. And the chorus, that's another effect. I'm going to turn that up because I want you to hear what a chorus is. I always think of a chorus, and I get abstract with my sounds. I always think of a chorus as kind of like a sparkly, kind of a shimmery effect that gets layered over the sound. And I do like a good amount of chorus, and I want it to be slow, so the rate is down. I'm going to increase the depth a little bit. That's going to give it more of a dynamic, three-dimensional feel. Lastly, I think I'm going to add a little bit of noise before we just play with it, just to give it a little bit of a calming kind of a kind of effect. That's real pretty. I think it might be a little too much, so I'm going to dial it back just a bit. We might have our sound. I'm going to actually turn, I like the noise, but I think it still might be a little bit much. So I'm going to turn that down a bit. Okay. Okay, so what we have here is a nice calming sound with a little bit of edge and a little bit of some shimmer effect on it. What I like about it is the amount of delay it has on it and the amount of the way that I slowed down the time in the delay. It made it so that one note at a time, it's going to really feel full. So like I don't want to play more than one note at a time, and I'm going to play slowly and just kind of like let that kind of wash over you. All right, here we go. And I think I'm going to play in the key of D major. So that's D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D, if you want to know what the scale is and what notes I'm playing with here. So here we go. All right, so I think I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know where those themes were going, But, it's just very calming and very therapeutic to just do what I always do, explore sound. And I like to kind of use my musicality. That's what the word is, really. It's kind of like a sixth sense where you have this musical instinct where in your mind, you're just thinking, but also more so feeling where the notes want to go. And you just take them there. And sometimes you hit notes that, wasn't the sound that was in your head, but then it brings you to other directions and other thoughts. You're like, I'm going here. And then you do get more comfortable. And that's why I always say that I love exploring sound. Because you see where it leads you. You see where it takes you. And it's a journey. And like I said, it's very therapeutic. And I hope that as musicians, you enjoyed it. I hope that as just listeners, you had a nice calming moment. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bye.